Todd, after last week, again, you would have wanted a response and you got it pretty much straight away, maybe after the first 15 minutes, and from there you controlled the game and played really well, especially considering you were down some key players again as well.
Yeah, look, we're really pleased. I thought the first was a bit of an arm wrestle there for the first sort of 15 minutes, and then we were able to get a bit of score on the board, which was reward for, I think we worked pretty hard early, so we were really pleased. Ran out of gas a bit late. A few sore boys, and Mace hurt himself 30 seconds before the first bounce, and pretty much playing no part, and Marl got a bit of a knock. So, but I thought across the board it was pretty even performance. And I thought some of our leaders, Schloith and Subin, they really stood up for us.
You say you ran out of gas a little bit, but you still won comfortably against a team that had been playing well. That is a pretty seasoned group. They've still got a lot of AFL talent in their team, and you were, like you said, you were down on manpower a little bit, and coming off a disappointing loss. I mean, ran out of gas a little bit, but it was still a really strong performance.
Yeah, look, we're pleased. Don't get me wrong, but we're obviously trying to practice and make sure we're at our best for the whole game. So, but I think. We spoke to the players after the game. I think they put so much effort into that, the first 3 quarters, and I thought they were pretty organised, and it turned into a bit of a 50-50 in the last quarter. So, but you do your work early, and it certainly helps if you get tired.
Very different forward line without Mason, without Saunders, and without Blaine Johnson there too. Were you happy to still kick a winning score given those situations?
Yeah, I'm not sure. What do we? 16 maybe, and probably left a couple out there. So, look, different challenge for us, but it seemed to work for us. I thought Zach Strom came in and played a good role for us. It was probably in hindsight, I was lucky he came in with Mace going down. So, but look, we were able to kick a score. I thought our use of the ball was much better. We certainly used the ball much better, which not only helps you score, I thought it helped us defend a bit as well.
You brought in Zach to play down back, but in the end he had to play forward. But I thought Pearson and Noah Strom against Peel's Tors, they stood up really well.
Yeah, no, Zach was always coming in to play forward, so he was never going to play back. He came in to play forward, so look, we're really pleased with his role. He gives us obviously another big body forward and can pinch it in the ruck as well, and he's pretty mobile. So look, I thought he was pretty good, and yeah, the young blokes down back. I think Noah Strom just continues to grow. Steve Edwards was back to his really good form today. But I think if you look across the board, Dragovic playing inside again. Buick did a great job for us on Pearce. So there's probably more guys that stood up and played their bit.
Yeah, the role on Pearce, that's probably not something you've done a lot of, trying to lock down on somebody, but clearly Pearce has been their best attacking sort of midfielder and ball winner when he's been playing all season. To limit his impact, had a big sort of say in the final result.
Yeah, look, and certainly I thought Sean was able to restrict him and also able to help us a bit offensively as well. It certainly wasn't a lockdown. Just play accountable footy and get off him when you can. So look, yeah, we were pleased with it. Certainly had full confidence in Sean. He's obviously really selfless and prepares well. So yeah, it was pleasing for him.
What did Mason do pre-game, and how bad do you think it is at this stage?
Not sure. I think he pulled up his last kick at the end of the warm-up and had a bit of a spasm in his leg, groin, I'm not sure, somewhere. So he come off and got a bit of treatment. They thought it freshened up, but then he went out and was a bit restricted. So we certainly didn't want to. He hasn't hurt anything, so he should be right after the bye. We certainly didn't want to risk him and leave him out there and him do something. So. Hopefully he's fine. But, put a bit of strain on the rest of the group for today.
Would you like to have him and hopefully Saunders back for 2 weeks' time?
I'm pretty sure Saunders should be pretty good. He was touch and go this week, and then you got the bye next week, so we get a chance to really put a good block of training into him. So he should be just about available. And being cautious today with Shorey should see him be available, hopefully as well.
Blaine Johnson's an interesting one. Was he in the gun for the selection if he was healthy this week, or how are you sort of feeling about the last month of footy that he's put together?
Oh, look, he probably clearly hasn't been at his best the last 3 or 4 weeks since the state game. So Yeah, look, he's got some stuff that he needs to sort out, and when he's ready, he'll be back.
So do you expect that for 2 weeks' time, or have you not put a time frame on it at this point?
No, there's no time frame on it. We just support him, which we've been doing. So, they're a pretty close player group, so the boys will get around him, and when he feels he's ready and up and going, he'll probably come back in.
No Shane Hockey either in the midfield, and your midfield was really strong today against some pretty, Ben Howard, Daniel Pearce and these type of guys in the midfield. Your midfield was great. It's good to do it without Hawks, but I assume he'll be back for 2 weeks' time too.
We think so. He just pulled up tight during the week at training, and again this time of year we just weren't prepared to take any risk with him. So, he was pretty keen to play, but the medico said the risk was high, so we just tap him out this week, and he should be good to go.
It's been a tough stretch since the state game in terms of fixtures and schedules, and a short break thrown in. Is this a good time now for a bye, do you feel?
Look, I think the boys' effort was pretty good. There were a few sore boys, and I think banking into sometimes it's the second week after a short break that it catches up with you. So, they'll recover well, and I think we've got a pretty tough 4-week block after the bye, so we'll get ready for that.
Very good, thank you.
All good.